You sold it. All right, help me out here, Beamer. Steele trying to avoid an 0-2 start for the first time since, well, like forever. You knew they'd start fast against Judson. How about first play of the game fast? Justin Stockton gone, and after tonight, you are going to want to draft him in your fantasy league. Tied up at halftime. Judson went on top in the third, but Justin Stockton was absolutely fantastic. 29-yard touchdown here. They missed the extra point 3 minutes later. Just give it to Stockton and get out of the way. He's going to Texas Tech next year. The Knights avoiding the losing streak. Scott Lindhoff about to get his first win at Steele. The Knights lead that 51-34. We have a crew there, and hopefully we will get post-game reaction coming up before the end of the show. Good evening. Welcome to Dairy Queen's Friday Night Fever. Steele, the #1 team last week, then they lost. So how did the new #1 team do this week? Tell you what, Madison made the most of their trip to the hill country. I can tell you that. Down 3-zip, Madison runs the fake punt, and when the quarterback's the punter, even better for your team. Cody Ennis to Byron Daniels to keep the drive alive. Ennis just growing up right before our eyes. Hits Jamichael Brown later in the drive. Ennis got himself a cannon. 30-yard pickup, and then Cody Ennis. Nice pass, great grab by Devon Thomas. #1 will stay #1. Mavs win 42-24. Big 5A showdown. O'Connor against Reagan. Rattlers getting it done. Zach Galindo gets Oskied right there. Reagan's Garrett Strauss with the INT, but O'Connor's defense would hold, so they give it back to Galindo, and he makes up for it. Finds Nate Phillips, and Nate nearly scores. Great moves. Nice block right there. They would score moments later. In fact, it was him who scored. Let's check out the Dairy Queen Friday Night Fever scoreboard. O'Connor leads Reagan. Not over yet. 31-28 late in the fourth quarter. Smithson Valley big on Laredo United tonight. Wagner and Clemens. Clemens leads that in the fourth quarter, and Floresville 26-21 winners over Brack tonight. In 09, Alamo Heights taking on Clark. Second 5A team Heights has faced this season. Mitchell Abramson, ball hawk. 2 picks in the first quarter tonight. That one going 24 back to the house for a touchdown. He had another pick, and the Mules scored again. Dalton Banks to Robert Schuler on the slant. 14-0 Heights, and they are leading Clark right now by 20 in the fourth quarter. All right, the game within the games this year, the question we always ask, who's the best player in town? As always, plenty to choose from, but one of the top recruits goes to Roosevelt. His name, remember, Arian Springs, on his way to Oregon next year. The Riders can ball. They got some players taking on Jay tonight. Early INT wasn't Arian. It was his buddy Will Porter, the honors right here, and that would set up the offense. Last week on Thursday Night Lights, Jacob Rosadio scored 5 touchdowns as the quarterback. No touchdown tonight, but look at the scramble. Great move. Picks up the completion. That would set up a long field goal. Riders are up 24-6 at the half, and they win tonight 30-6. They are 2-0 to start the year. Brennan, they're not just 4A good. They're good, period. Ask anybody they play. Demarius Allen, he was the Play of the Week winner last week with a pick 6. He had another pick 6. Wow. The offense just trying to keep up with the defense. Deshaun Key flips it over to Nathaniel Wells. That might be the Play of the Week this week. Let's check the final. Not a final yet, but it is about to be Brennan, 48-zip on Taft. The Greyhounds fall to Medina Valley 23-20. Dripping Springs 21, losing to Bernie Champion 24-21 in the fourth quarter. And Fredericksburg 57-14 winners tonight over Memorial. Over at Ferris Stadium, Marshall hosting East Central. Look out for the Hornets this year. They lit up the scoreboard tonight against the Rams. Dalton Steele to Javian Polk on the screen. That's too easy. Hornets 46, Marshall 23, fourth quarter. The McCollum Cowboys at home looking to start the year 2-0. South San, other ideas. 4th and long, fake! Got to watch out for the fake. Bobcats pick up 30 yards, but the Cowboys defense comes through. They have a sack right here in the end zone, in the red zone, actually. McCollum's defense made 2 early red zone stops. South San leading at 3-zip. Let's check the final. That 3 was all they got. The Cowboys win 14-3. Carrizo Springs 37-28 on Edison in the fourth quarter. Pleasanton 30, Jefferson 0. That in the second half. Sam Houston leads Southside 26-14 also in the second half. Best crowd in town, say it every year. Section R at Central Catholic. John Cruz, he's crazy good for Southwest. Look at this run. One move, speed. The Dragons just pouring it on. They lead Central 41-14 late in the fourth quarter. Good private school battle right here. Holy Cross against Antonian. We don't usually show punts unless they end up in touchdowns, and we've got a definite Play of the Week nominee right here. Ryan Leeper, they should call a runner. 80 yards down the sideline for a touchdown. Ryan, we're going to see you on Sports Sunday. I can guarantee you'll be on the list tonight. Let's check the final. Antonian, a winner over Holy Cross, 42-19. New Braunfels losing right now to Seguin in the fourth quarter. Lake Travis lost last week. They beat Canyon this week, 20-6. Canyon Lake and Somerset tied up in the second half. More scores and highlights next. New this year, the Dairy Queen Friday Night Fever Band of the Week. And this week, we salute the kids at Southwest, maybe the best stadium in town, and a band equally as good. Send us your picture of your band to news4sa.com. The best ones make Friday Night Fever. Hey, big thanks to the kids out at Saks for hosting the tailgate party at 6 o'clock. Did we give them the tailgate mojo? First home game for San Antonio Christian Schools, taking on Navarro. That's Clayton Christian plowing into the end zone. 7-zip Saks at that point. But they fall to Navarro 42-26. All right, 60 area schools. You hear me say it every week. And every week, nobody works the phones harder than our interns here at News 4. So for the very latest scores, let's go into the control room. What you got, Cameron Cox?
Dave, we have a Steele and Madison final just into our control room right now. We'll get to that here in just a moment. But first, let's check out some other scores from around the area right now. Randolph leading Cole right now, 20-10 in the fourth. TMI leading big, 40-20 in the fourth as well. Other scores, Bandera, they win 34-20. That's final. Jourdanton wins. They win 29-6. Other scores, Blanco, they win 39-14, and Marion is leading right now 16-14 in the fourth. We'll be right back.
Is over in Converse. The Steel Knights beat Judson 51-34. Remember, this game was tied 14-14 at the half. Judson led 21-14 in the third. Judson had 6 turnovers in the second half. Justin Stockton for Steele, 5 touchdowns on the game. He had his own Peyton Manning moment. Need a score highlight? News4sa.com has the very latest. I'm David Chancellor. We'll see you next week. Only thing better than Friday night, Saturday Night Fever. Warren against Churchill tonight. Big night for Dimitri Flowers. 4 touchdowns, including that one right there. Chargers over Warren, 36-10. Johnson taking on Brandeis. I guess defense was the dirty word in this one. This was an absolute shootout. The pump fake by Brian Chapman hits Peyton Hall for a touchdown, and Brandeis beats Johnson. Look at this, 68. I believe it's 68-53. That's the final. You know I love my Lee Volunteers. Vols taking on Holmes tonight. Best name in town, Freedom Solace. That's the lead quarterback, and that is a touchdown. Was he wearing number 7? I think he was wearing number 7. The Vols are 2-0. They win 44-13. And Stevens taking on Mac tonight. When it's Stevens, it's all about their running back, Marquise Hinton. Takes more than a few defenders. I saw him in person last week. He is a big, strong football player. They got him down there. They are not getting him down here. Falcons win 44-13.